Hey guys, so welcome to another conversation time. Almost called it stop talk. You got me confused, and that says tech. Anyways,
You wrote that on the board.
it was in a rush, but anyway, come on, Facebook, messing me up. There we go. All right, so you guys know the deal. We don't have anyone here yet, but if you come in here and you're watching with us, comment, let us know that you're in here. It is conversation time, so we want you to have a conversation with us, and we have got a lot to talk about today. So first of all, how about the fact that it's already the end of January. Monday's first day of February. He's busy.
No, I'm getting my side. Facebook took away the watch party feature.
Since when?
I kind of figured it was going to happen
Why?
because people were hosting bootleg movie segments.
Oh
Like
well,
there were movies that were still in theaters and people were just watching them at home. I was like, yeah, it's only a matter of time for this to get shut down.
we can't have nothing
Can't
nice.
have nothing nice.
Just stick to the terms and agreements, people. That's all you got to do. What is that falling on the?
But it's all good.
Anyways, so not too awful much has gone on this week, but we do have a few things that we were going to cover. What do you want to start with?
Um, what are we going to get out the way first? I want to say the stock talk later because I know that's been the big hype this week.
Yeah.
Everybody on every social media platform possible became a financial advisor.
In overnight. Oh
Overnight.
no! Pause. That's because your dog is sitting on the cable.
And one fixed tape.
Is that?
Go up some. Right there. We're live.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Miss Molly decided that she wanted us to sit on the cord completely. That's not straight, right?
That's what happens when you have a 100-pound American bulldog that thinks she's a puppy. That's good. That's good.
Anywho, okay, we're back. But yes, so she's laying underneath us, and she seems to think that she's the size of a poodle for whatever reason.
Now, poodles are pretty big.
Not as big as her. She thinks that she can just not be in the way. But anywho, what we were starting off with is what are we starting off with?
Oh, we were talking about the financial advisors on
Right.
social media
So
this week.
everybody seems to think that they know everything about stock trading and whatnot now because they've done a little bit of research. Which not saying
I
that
mean,
they
it's
don't.
cool though because now people are actually getting involved and actually taking an interest in what's happening.
For
And
now, until they lose all their money again.
but I think it really much was the thrill that was happening this week with GameStop,
Yeah.
AMC, Bed Bath and Beyond,
Look
Nokia.
who's up. She's up late tonight. Hello.
Oh, what's going on? Yeah, people from Sweden. Okay.
They're staying up with us tonight. Yeah, so again, let us know if you're in here with us. Comment below. See, tell us what your thoughts are on all this. Again, we'll cycle back to stock talk because there's a lot to talk about with
Yeah,
that.
I'm just giving a little brief
Little
overview.
overview.
Just the topics for today, as you see on the board: stock talk. We're going to cover GameStop, AMC, Nokia, that god awful Doge coin that everybody just keeps talking about, and a couple other ones.
That's gonna be your area of expertise.
Yeah, ain't no
I'm
problem with
just
that. That's
along
that's
for the
cool.
ride.
Got a couple people that got some input and want to talk
Mhm.
about it. That Jason Collier story.
Collier. So
Collier,
I'll
whatever.
be
I
covering
don't
that.
know much about that.
If you've
But
been on Facebook in the last 2 days, you've seen any and everything that's going on with this Jason Collier. So again, just a brief overview on that. He's gotten himself into some situations, and now he's facing jail time.
Ooh.
So we'll go over that here in just a second too. We're going to talk about entertainment. We've got a few things going on with that as far as movies and TV shows you need to check out now, what we're watching, and we're going to kind of transition to that. I found a list the other day that I thought was pretty interesting about the worst DC and Marvel movies in the last in the 21st century.
Mm.
Some of them I agree with. Some of them I don't really think should be on there. Um, and then you had brought up something the other day Chris Brown labeled himself as the best R&B artist
Right now.
right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We'll cover that too,
we'll
and
talk
then
on that too.
we'll speak on the Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. Good old Tom Brady found a way to make it back again.
Oh, he always finds a way to make it back, legally or illegal, whatever you want to say it. But anywho, so like I said, we've got a lot to talk about. Do you want to go ahead and get Jason out of the way?
Yeah, go ahead and get on that Jason situation since Patil and Damien are up.
Yeah.
I know he was saying something. He all the way in Sweden. How did he find the information? It made news
I mean,
like that.
I told you it was on Facebook, and then now it's just on. I mean, it's just on any and everything at this point. So let me get back to my little article.
Birch, what's going on with you, man?
Let me second.
Yeah, that's your area. I didn't know anything about it until you were talking to me and was sharing the information.
So I wrote some notes, and then I'm going back to the website that I found it on. So I found this, like I said, several places have been talking about it. I don't think it's made like national news or anything like that yet, but it's on, this is from heavy.com, just one of those things you see scrolling through Facebook. So if you aren't familiar with what's going on with the story, and I just basically, I want feedback. I want to see what y'all think about it, what's going on with it, how, you know, it's just crazy. So Jason Collier was, and I say was because he is not that anymore, the chief of the Stenton Police Department in Texas. He is, I think they said he was 41 years old. So basically what this whole thing was, is this woman, Cicely Steinmetz, I think that's how you say her name, wrote a post on Facebook basically just dogging him about how he's had several women and blah, 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 this, that, and the other, like he's cheating on her. So
is this his wife?
No. He's got a couple of those too. So this is this woman.
So this is his side girlfriend.
This is one of his many.
How many did he have?
I'm gonna tell you here in a minute. So at this point, I would never doubt Brady or Alabama football. Nothing better than checking out this list. Oh, thank you. Anyways, so she tagged him and just went on about how she found it out he was married. And this, that, and the other. Because, I mean, let's just be honest. As women, we're also side FBI agents.
Yeah, detectives,
It's
definitely.
just not, we don't get paid for it, but we are. So, anyway, so let me read my notes because I'm going to forget a lot of stuff here. So, it first broke out that he had only 2 girlfriends, not including his wife. So, he was already married with 4 kids. And I think he has, like, an ex-wife. He was previously married before. So, he's married with 4 kids to this woman. 2 by her, 2 by the ex-wife.
Okay.
Anyway. So, and then we come to find out that she was dating this man, and he had asked her to marry him. So that's one fiance, okay? And then another girl commented on her page, Christy. Hold on, I'm going to tell you. I'm going through everything and trying to get this right. People were, oh no, I don't want to end me. Exactly. I never watched the Don't Mess with Cats thing on Facebook because I didn't want to see the cruelty to animals, but I got to go back and watch it. But anyways, so Christy Schaefer, I guess is her name, was engaged to him in December of last year. So that's 2 girlfriends. We're up to 1 wife and 2 girlfriends now. That was claiming that they did, like, he did the same thing to her. He'd been cheating on her. I think the Sicily woman said that he would come and see her while he was on patrol. Whole bunch of mess that he's not supposed to be doing. So, I mean, it's like all of these women are coming forward. He's an ordained minister.
I mean, but this isn't nothing new. People have been running game for centuries.
I mean, I understand that, but it's the fact that you're doing illegal things now because Cicely asked him. She found out because the whole thing. If you're gonna do it, be smart about it. I don't condone it. Just know I don't condone cheating or anything like that. But if you're gonna do it, be smart about it. He posted a picture in a happy birthday post to his wife on September of 2020. Happy birthday to my wife, blah, blah, blah. I know I'm not the godliest man, this, that, and the other, whatever. Shauna, it's this man, he's like gone viral on Facebook because of all the stuff he's done.
The Jason Collier story. But the thing is, Tiger Woods got caught up doing the same stuff.
Yeah, but he owned up to this. This man.
Oh, he didn't own up?
No, he's not owning up. He still has yet to comment on anything. So when she asked him and confronted him about the wife that he supposedly had, he comes up with a story that says, oh, it was annulled, and came up with annulment papers that were fraudulent. That's what he was arrested for, and that's what he's facing charges for, was what is it? I have it written here somewhere. Hold on. Basically falsifying information, documents, or whatever. Which in Texas, that is 180 days to 2 years in jail and a fine up to $10,000. So I think after everything was said and done, I'm just giving you guys bullet points because it's a lot. I couldn't go through and read all of it. After everything was said and done, I think that he ended up with one wife, 2 fiancés, and like 15 girlfriends. So there's a difference between like having a little side piece and being an all-out con man. Like that's pretty much what it came down to. I mean, it's absolutely crazy.
We live in the age of technology. Like the internet's forever. Anything you put out on the internet is always going to be available. So I mean, I don't know.
What does that have to do with anything though? Because
I'm just trying to figure out why this made world news.
It's because it's something
all the way in Sweden. Like Damien was calling me like, "Hey, you hear about Jason Call?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't know what you're talking about." It's like this dude had 58 girlfriends.
You got to think about it, how this got spread too. Think of the people who are spreading it. Like I said, women, we not thrive, but we love this kind of stuff. So of course we're going to get into it. No, you had the right word.
Thrive was the right word.
I didn't want to sound like that.
Y'all like drama and gossip and
that's all who's been sharing
this. This is the stuff that makes up y'all's Netflix and TV and sitting around watching All My Children and As the World Turns.
First of all, As the World Turns has been off 4 years.
That shows how much I know.
But, I mean, seriously, well, I mean, this is when, like I said, it interests you. He met most of these women on Plenty of Fish.
Oh, God.
That's what
I'm a Plenty of Fish spokesperson.
Exactly. So. Our relationship is from Plenty of Fish.
Come on, Jason. You're diluting the water, Jason.
You're killing these fish, man. They didn't do nothing to you. That's what I'm saying. And it'll end up on Netflix. Give it time. Because the whole, what's that guy's name? Chris. I can't remember his last name. The man who ended up killing his wife and 2 kids. And lied about it and all that. Anyway, if you haven't seen that, that's
I don't know. Y'all be watching some crazy stuff on Netflix.
Exactly. They made a whole group and investigated this man. They've talked to the women involved. See, I haven't seen, other than Christy and
see, my aunt even said it. Men have been running game for years.
Yeah, but not like this.
They have. But that's not,
like you said, it's been publicized. It's the
only reason it got so much attention is because of the internet right now.
Yeah.
And it had time to gain traction.
Well, then that's his own stupidity.
Think about years back, before there was any internet, any type of technology, when men would like come home and then be like, all right, I got to go out on the road for months at a time. They probably had women. I ain't no probably. They had women in every city.
I'm not saying they don't, but the fact that this whole thing has been essentially not televised, but it's on the internet. Like you said, the internet is forever.
The internet's forever.
People are gonna see, and then everybody's getting so involved with it with these women. Like, we're gonna get justice one way or another. So the man's he resigned from his job, so obviously he doesn't have that anymore. Because she initially tagged Stinnett, Texas, or whatever it is, the city itself, and recommended it as not a place to go to. So saying that you need to watch out for the people that you've got here. It's a small town of like 1,800 people. It's not, you know, Roanoke's not that big, so of course you get your stuff going on. People are gonna eventually know what's going on with you. So just be careful. Moral of the story is, if you're gonna do something crazy, be smart about it.
Don't do nothing crazy at all.
I mean, you can't say that. People are going to do what they want to do regardless.
I don't know. He out here during COVID just spreading germs.
And lies. Just spreading germs and lies. It's just not the thing to do.
Hold your head, Jason.
I thought, no, he's done. He's done. He's canceled. We don't condone him either.
We're almost we canceling already?
Yes.
Speaking of canceling, let's just go ahead and jump into the stock talk, because I know that's how a lot of people have been talking about it lately.
Wait, hold on, pause real quick. What really got it popping was one of the girls he dated went missing at one point, but they said he wasn't a suspect. So
hold on, wait a minute, my guy. Are you keeping up with these stories? Like,
Damien's the one who said this to me.
Like, what's going on? Why are you so vested in this right now?
Because this is good stuff. It's like good television.
Why has he got all the scoop to this? He's like, no. This is what happened. This is the day. You got receipts on this, man? You in Sweden? Like, what's up?
There will be a Netflix series on this. Somebody's gonna cover it. Them or Lifetime.
But yeah, Lifetime I can see. Exactly. Netflix, since they're doing what they've been doing. But stock talk. Can I take it there?
Yes. Go ahead. Go to your stocks.
You can talk about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine just as a segue because of everything that's going on with COVID right now.
So they came out with a vaccine that's supposedly only going to be one shot instead of the two that you're supposed to have, but they're saying it's only like 66% effective.
I can't do 66.
Yeah.
That's not a good percentage ratio for
No, I mean,
effectiveness for me.
we've already got problems with the first one that came out with Pfizer, so I can't.
But then there's another one they took off the market because they said they were just having too many issues, too many side effects that went off. I've actually talked to a couple people who have received the vaccine, and they said that they've had side effects. Some have lost smell, some have lost taste, some have feeling, numbness, and stuff. How many people out there now have anybody had the vaccine? Anybody had any family, friends, coworkers received it? Any success stories yet, or any horror stories?
Well, I mean, we've seen a couple too. Obviously, nobody that we know, thankfully, but we've seen a couple stories that say that people have gotten it and then contracted COVID-19 to begin with.
They had one out today that a congressperson received a second dose and still contracted it. I mean, but
like that's the same thing like getting the flu shot.
That's the case with any type of vaccine that you get. They're always going to have that population that gets it.
But then you had that one story of the doctor who took it, who was healthy otherwise, and took the vaccine and then died. So, I mean, was that to say that it's because of the vaccine? We don't know. Obviously, we can't speculate. They just say he's healthy, probably to make the story sound better. But there could be the potential that it was that too. You never know.
But I mean, like we said, we know what's going on. We know vaccines are hit and miss. At this point, they're talking about herd immunity, just trying to get it out there because not only do we have the regular strain, there are two other strands that are coming out now. There's one over in the UK. Yeah, Damien. We have a friend. He said he has a friend in the UK that's a nurse. He said it's so good so far. And then we know one that got the vaccine. She's fine so far. Had one friend get it. One got super sick. The other was fine. So I think
it's on your body.
Well, now we actually got one now that's coming out. That's a new strain coming from Africa.
Has any of it made to the U.S. yet? I think the second strain hit Colorado.
No, but we have a new variant here in Virginia now that I think that might be the UK one. But like we said, we knew last year that it wasn't going to resolve itself as quickly as we had hoped. And now we got 2 and 3 more. The biggest thing now is just figuring out, will these new vaccines that are out, will they be able to combat the new strains?
Well, I mean, and that's just like with anything too. Again, I just use the flu just because it's so popular, and again, it's one of those that they get every year. I think it was last year. No, it wasn't last year. It was the year before. They had to make a new vaccine for the flu that covered like 4 different variants of the flu that would come out, because we saw, if you got tested, oh, you've got flu A, B, whatever, and then they had the shot that's supposed to cover all of it. Shauna said, wasn't Johnson & Johnson the baby powder that caused the cervical cancer?
I have no idea. It could be.
Yeah, it is. I think it was, because there's, was it, well, hold on, I'm sorry. Because you hear those commercials, it's talcum powder is what it was. It was those commercials that say if you've used talcum powder in the last so many years and have got cervical cancer because of it, you're entitled to a compensation. You know how that goes. So I don't know for sure if it was Johnson & Johnson. I don't want to put that out there if it wasn't, but
I mean, at the end of the day, pharmaceutical companies are gonna sell us the cure.
Oh yeah. Well, they're gonna sell us their idea of the cure.
I mean, we just got to do our due diligence on it and know what works best for us, our situations. Me personally, I'm gonna have to give the vaccine a little time. I just can't run out and just be like, oh yeah, let me be a test victim right now. Eventually, I might come around and get it, but I just got to see some
actual results.
Well, I got to see more positive results with it. Until then, I'm just going to continue, going 1 or 2 places, wearing my mask, washing my hands, eating fruits and vegetables, drinking water, minding my business, and getting sunlight. So.
Oh, thank you. It's gotten super long. Wait till you can see it in person.
But back to this stock talk. What I'd like to say has what are you doing?
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, okay. Chill. What has we could say took the internet by storm this week?
Yeah. Was
the surge of GameStop. So anybody that's out there that doesn't keep up with stocks or doesn't have TV or anything like that,
or is just living under a rock.
Yeah, GameStop. I can't even say what it surged from. All I know is 2-3 weeks ago, huh?
You keep saying GameStop.
No, GameStop.
You said
you want the GameStop. Well, they might as well call it GameStop because the way it was running up numbers, um, GameStop was trading for around $18-20 2 weeks ago.
On the verge of bankruptcy.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Last year they were actually in talks. They were shutting stores down.
Mm-hmm.
They were about to who's giving us frowny faces? Am I getting trolled? But GameStop was, yeah, they were on the verge of shutting all the doors down, and then big hedge funds were taking shorts against it. People that don't know, a short is when a company or a person's able to go in and take a bet against the stock. So they figured the stock was going to go down, and they're able to gain the money from the stock going down.
Okay.
So a group on Reddit, they call them the Wall Street Bets.
Okay.
They got together and they were like, hey, this company over here is taking shorts against GameStop. We're going to get together. We're going to pull out our money together, and we're going to buy up GameStop stock in order to push it up. So this got wind. Other people started reading the Reddit sites and was like, oh, cool. Yeah, let me jump in. GameStop also.
So they're just basically all just throwing money at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're, because the more you buy, the supply and the demand increases. So the stock went from around $18 to, I want to say its high reached all the way to like $320. So you do the math in between there. So basically the short sellers of the stock wound up losing, I think they said like close to $70 billion. That's billion with a B. Billion. So this caused a whole frenzy online with Robinhood, where most of the sales were coming from. Robinhood initially just went in and halted trading on GameStop, and then also with a bunch of other stocks that was going on, as far as like AMC, Nokia, Bed Bath & Beyond was another one of those companies, which actually posed an issue because people are now looking like, this is real unethical.
Mm-hmm.
How are you putting a stop to regular retail traders, just anybody with a cell phone being able to buy stock, just to halt it and not allow people to do the trades? And the big issue was people were losing a lot of money when the site went on halt. They stopped allowing people to trade. So this is the big thing now, is how do you justify this? So there's a lot of talk on there because people were yelling, oh, that's market manipulation, insider trading, but
I don't think it's necessarily insider trading. I can see the market manipulation for sure.
But the thing with that is market manipulation has been happening for years. Big hedge funds have been doing this. I put a post up the other day talking about when, right before we knew what COVID was, people were able to move their money that was like in the government and stuff. They were like, oh, all right, let me move my money out of here because we know that the market is going to crash, which it did.
Right.
Right at the end, right middle to end of March, the market tanked. We saw that. We saw it happen. But a lot of these people were able to move their money ahead of time, so they weren't necessarily affected in full. Damien said, explain Robinhood. Robinhood, you got to put it together. You're probably thinking of like Robinhood, Nottingham.
Which essentially it's the same way they steal from the rich.
Nah, because in this sense, they were stealing from the poor to keep the rich wealthy.
Well, it was just the opposite direction.
Robinhood is a retail trading app that came out probably 9-10 years ago, which allows people to be able to buy and purchase stock just like you would on just like calling up a stockbroker. The cool thing about Robinhood was that it's commission free, so you're able to buy and sell stock without having to pay a broker a commission fee. And it's popular because people that didn't have a lot of insight into the stock market, they were able to go on there and essentially just purchase stocks right at whatever the price was for the time being. So the big thing that's happening now, anybody with a cell phone that's over 18 years of age that has a bank account can get on Robinhood and purchase stocks. So once people started knowing like, hey, oh, Reddit, oh, buy GameStop, people just started dumping in and just buying it. So that started posing a threat. Like, if you don't have a lot of information into the stock market, you could get caught up essentially just holding the bag, is what people say. Is when you buy at the top and then the stock starts dropping, you lose your money. But in this instance, it was literally a get-rich-quick scheme, because one day the stock was at 80, the next day it's up at $200, the next day it's at 300. So anybody with a phone seeing that, a phone and a stimulus check, is like, hey, let me throw $500 in here just to play around to see what I can do. And people were hitting big. I know a couple people in my groups one guy was up like $114,000 on the day. Other people were hitting for like $20,000, $30,000 off of GameStop, AMC. So real profits were being made last week, and real losses were happening when Robinhood and a bunch of the other sites went on to halt the trading of these platforms, which brought me to another conversation I was having with someone. What is the future of the future? Because as we're seeing now with technology, how quickly we're able just to get on the phone, create a message board, and be able to, like we said, pump a stock up that fast. Where do we go from here? Because now they're saying like Congress is getting involved, the SEC is getting involved, because Wall Street wants to keep money in the 1%. They don't want regular everyday people getting rich, making money off these sites. So
no, because they could actually probably do something better with it than what the 1% people are doing, which is nothing. So
I mean,
make the world a better place.
I just love, because I always got to root for the underdog. I just love seeing people just, because they said that a group of memesters, they made a whole new word up this year, took on Wall Street and beat them. So the number of memes that were coming out about how a group on Reddit was able to take down Wall Street. I'm just here for the movie when it comes out. I put it out there, and then the guy that actually did the Facebook movie retweeted me on Twitter. Because I was like, man, I can't wait to see this movie comes out. It's going to be fire. And he went back and retweeted it. So if we look up in a couple of weeks or months, am I boring you with the stock talk?
I'm sorry.
What's going on?
I was tired.
Lack of oxygen?
Lack of oxygen. No, if they make a movie out of this, you better tweet him back and say, run me my check, because we gave this idea.
Yeah, something. But that brought me to the next thing, like what money is and how we put value on it. Because with that, cryptocurrency, I'm seeing a lot of people now. Remember, we've been talking about cryptocurrency for a while now. Now actually seeing people be like, oh yeah, crypto, there's no regulations on cryptocurrency. So when people start pumping it and doing different things with that, there's no, all right, we're going to halt it as far as the actual tokens. I know Robinhood tried to put a halt on buying the cryptocurrency on their platform, which a lot of people are going to start jumping ship from Robinhood, which they already have, to other sites. But yeah, this Doge coin, which was a meme coin that everybody in the world the other day was just like, yeah, buy Doge, buy Doge.
I kept thinking it was Doge coin, like the
a lot of people get caught up on that. But yeah, they started jumping in and was like, oh, keep buying it. And I knew, like, once it got to 7 cents, I went to sleep, woke up the next morning. What stocks do? Dropped back down to like 4 cents. So I feel bad for anybody that was buying it at the top. Only thing I can say is do your information, do your due diligence on it. Make sure that you have informed buying decisions before you do it. Just don't jump in because your friend is hyping something up, but actually understand like the fundamentals on how stocks work. Because I mean, right now it's hot, it's popular, people are having fun, they're enjoying it. But yeah, I suggest everybody just understand how platforms work, how stocks work. Because yeah, there's money to be made, but don't get caught up in the hype, because you get caught at the top. When everyone else sells and you're still holding on to that bag, it can put a real bad taste in your mouth.
I think one thing you need to realize too, it's not okay, hold on. Let me pause before I say this. Usually, it's not an overnight success. You do have to take time and watch it, like you said. Know when to get out and when to put in and all this stuff too.
The thing with it is, people get hyped up on the AMC and the GameStop because it was popular for right now. The thing in the stock market, there are always opportunities that can be found out. Just doing like research, just knowing like what's going on, what's happening. I mean, the new administration that's out now with Biden, his push with everything with clean energy, and even with the marijuana and recreational stocks, opportunities in there for people to get in. Just do your research, know how to get in, how to purchase, and how to sell, so you're not caught holding on and not getting caught up in the hype.
Let me ask you, because I know you were following Panasonic there for a minute. How are they doing? Because every time I'm on Facebook now, obviously you keep getting ads and whatnot for things, but it's always Panasonic and their push for clean energy and using the sun, solar
because
power.
What we're seeing now, a lot of these companies are doing, they're pivoting their platform. So even with like Kodak, where Kodak before was known for making cameras, and then we looked up and like, hold on, y'all are getting into the pharmaceutical game now?
I remember that that was like a couple months
and then remember when Kodak shot up a couple months back? Same situation. just understanding like how these companies are going to be maneuvering now just to be able to stay alive and not essentially shut down. So Panasonic was doing a whole lot of televisions and electronics and stuff. Now they're actually getting into the battery game now. And I want to say like Tesla and a couple of the other EV companies are going to be using Panasonic batteries in their vehicles. So that's a great space to be in also. Ma just said, I play the boring game. Invest in companies you know and like. Long-term investments work for me. Exactly. Anytime I get messages all the time, just like, oh, what should I invest in? What should I invest in? I got to tell people, I'm not a financial advisor. I just like to do reading and research and just find companies that I personally like to invest in. Like you said, long-term. I'm not in it to get rich overnight. I like to just hold on to things and then look up 5-10 years later and be like, oh yeah, this got a nice return on it. Either I can sit on it or I can hold it, sell it, do whatever. But at least I know, hey, I'm in this game for a while. I'm not in it just to hit for one time and then don't understand how the market moves. So definitely having that understand. Like how likely is it to happen again where Reddit or meme can manipulate again, and why do people listen? The big thing is it's happened more often than this one. The problem that came about with this instance, because I mean the Reddit forums have been there for years. There's a big one on penny stocks that's always out that they just hype up penny stocks. What's going on, Kyle? No problem, man. We just now get into this stock talk, so you right on time. And, but yeah, it's happened. But the big issue that happened this go round this week was the magnitude to which the hedge funds that have been out there dumping money into these companies. We're talking about $70 billion in the first month of the year. 70 billion was wiped off the board from them. So, hedge fund people are going to be highly upset losing money to, like we said, people that are on Reddit just making message boards. What's that? No. I don't know what you said. But let's get up here. What would happen if Robinhood does get sued? Should we move our stocks? That's the big thing that people have been talking about. A lot of people I know have already started moving their money from Robinhood to other platforms just because they don't know what the future holds for Robinhood. The thing is, a lot of these other companies and platforms were doing the same thing also. I know TD Ameritrade, I know Webull. I know once a lot of the rise of GameStop and AMC, a lot of them were just putting a halt on the overall selling and buying of the stock just to kind of just slow it down because of the rapid pace that the trades were happening. We're talking about trades of like up 1 to 2 billion trades were happening for companies that only trade like a couple $1 million. 1 billion trades, that's a lot of money getting shifted around. So I know there have been a lot of civil suits that have been taken out for Robinhood. I don't know what might come from it. 1 or 2 of those might go in, but the issue with it is you got to have receipts to be able to show like you lost this much money. And the probability of them actually paying out all these people is highly unlikely. But it does bring into some concern for what might happen here in the future. Yeah, long-term investment rather than try to match the market. Yeah, exactly. Like, as they say in Vegas, the house will always win. So just being mindful and having an understanding on how to trade, how to get into a good trade, and how to sell so you don't just get caught holding a bag. Invest every month sometimes. The market is up, the market's down. And that's the thing, Matil. The market goes up and the market goes down. Everybody wants to jump in when they see stocks rising because they're like, oh, cool, I can jump in. This is a great time for me to get some money. That's what happened with that Doge coin. People were jumping in and was like, oh, because the Redditors were hyping it. They were like, hey, let's get Doge to $1. So people were jumping in not knowing like, hey, there's always a cap on these things. And once the people that are holding a large amount of shares, once they get to a top, they're definitely going to sell off. So, yeah, it's the large hedge funds now. Wall Street bets, that's it. I loved everything away from. Oh, yeah. And a lot of people are. I'm in the process now because, I mean, Robinhood's platform, it's been pretty. They got a good user interface. It's easy to go in and trade. And, I mean, they were one of the more popular ones that were on there in the beginning. So But yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking my talents elsewhere here soon.
Well,
Oh yeah, we were talking about how
yeah.
money. I keep trying to tell y'all this book Money. I don't know if y'all could see it, but it just talks about how we put value on different things and how the concept of money has been created from the beginning when we were selling like where they talk about like just different gold coins and different items just to put value on to where we're at now. And now we're going into the realm of cryptocurrency and what that looks like. And I mean, just starting to read the book last year to almost finishing it now to seeing what's going on in the market. I mean, everything they talk about, because at the end of the day, money only has value because it's what we put emphasis on and say, hey, this is what I say has value. The book's by Jacob Goldstein. It's called Money. We ordered it on Amazon, but yeah, it's an easy read. It actually open your mind up to like the concept of money and the reason why we trade things and the value that we place on stuff and moving into like I keep saying this digital space for money. It's going to be interesting to see what the future holds.
It's definitely, yeah. I mean, and we talked about, like you said, we talked about this a little bit last night as far as, I mean, and I guess it's essentially started out as a barter system to begin with, and it's just kind of moved
Yeah, but even with
forward from
money,
there.
money's still a barter
Oh
system
yeah.
because it's just now we just actually have like an amount on the dollar that we deem it has value.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, our money, if anything, was just what some paper, some linen, whatever else it's printed on. But I mean, there's no real standard that it's backed by.
Stephen, that's what we were talking about though too last night, as far as if we put value on this, obviously we would all have to agree that such and such cryptocurrency is worth this, blah 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 blah, whatever. But when you get, it's just going to be. I mean, this is my opinion, and I look at more as a bank standpoint than anything. Um, it's just going to be a cycle because you get to this, and now we have this for a few more years. We'll say we run this for another 2 decades, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cryptocurrency, we've got the establishment that this is what this is going to be, blah blah blah. We can start using this as soon as the government could somehow regulate it, which I don't think is. I'm not going to say ever. I think it's going to take a few more years before they could even find any way to regulate it. But then, is it going to get to the point to where, okay, cool, so this is what the government stepped in? Because it really kind of seems like the whole big issue that people are having now with the monetary system is that there's so many regulations, this, that, and the other of what you can and cannot do with money. And then the reason that the cryptocurrency is so positive and so overwhelming right now is just because there's no regulations on it. But that's what is, again, I'm speaking from a bank
Mm-hmm.
standpoint, that's what we have such an issue with, is that we can't track it how you normally would.
Yeah.
Like if something like wiring money
Mm-hmm.
is the only example I usually use, because obviously there's countries you can't wire money to and from, blah blah whatever. Cryptocurrency, you can't track it, so it could go anywhere in the
You can
world.
track it. That's the beauty of the blockchain. But the thing is, in order to track it, it's on a ledger, and you got to have those numbers in order to match up. Nobody's sitting there
That's
going
what
to
I'm
find
saying.
the ledger. And like you said, it's regulated. People don't want to be regulated with their
Mm-hmm.
finances. The thing that Robinhood did that was so frustrating for people was they froze their money. Having money in there that you actually, all right, regardless of what the situation was, having your money on a platform and them just halting it and not allowing you to be able to take your money back
Right.
is frustrating.
Right. Well, but see, that's my thing. Like, so if it ever gets to the point that cryptocurrency is regulated and we're using it now as a new form of currency, how far or how long is it going to be until we get bored with that and do this whole thing again? Is this just a cycle that we'll do every couple of
And that's the
decades?
beauty about the book Money. They talk about Genghis Khan
Mm-hmm.
and when his reign and how he came up with his own currency to be able to trade doing the Silk Roads and everything else at the time. He had a currency and how that changed and transferred. Because yeah, you're right, Kyle. It is just an idea. That's the whole concept on the barter system.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I give value to you
Right.
in order for, like you said, goods, services, whatever. So there's no real intrinsic value
No.
to be like, oh yeah, a dollar's worth a dollar. A dollar's worth $20. A dollar's only worth whatever we put on there.
Mm-hmm.
If we say, hey, this signifies this much money. But like you said, at the end of the day, it's all an idea. It's all a fugazi. It's all made up.
It's what you've been taught.
None of this stuff is real. It's just what we like to have an idea for what we consider money, what gives wealth, and whoever has the most of it, supposedly,
is rich.
or has control.
That too.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it don't mean nothing. It's just like you said. It's just an agreement that, hey, I have so much of this. I'm able to buy this. I have this much value. But that's why I like the cryptocurrency, because a group of people just got together and said, hey, Bitcoin's worth 40,000 tokens,
Mm-hmm.
or one token's worth $40,000.
There you go.
Not backed by anything at all, but just the assumption that the supply and the demand is so high, this is what we put on there. And yeah, governments hate that, because at the end of the day, if enough people, like we saw with the meme crowd, gets together and just says, hey, we're going to make pink polka dotted pants worth this much money, and whoever has pink polka dotted pants has $1,000.
Which, I mean, they're essentially already doing that anyway with some of these higher end designers. Obviously, people go crazy with new Jordans and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Even if you put a value on Jordans at that point, Jordans, Pokemon cards,
whatever. Like you said, whatever people put value to and think that's the symbol of wealth or symbol of, whatever you think that you need to get ahead in life, people are going to flock towards it. Obviously,
you're
it's
right
a
about
mindset.
that.
You
Because
had
if
it
I
right.
have a
It's just
holographic Charizard Pokemon card, I'm winning right now.
I'm gonna get one for you.
Look at the value on those. It's what we put value on. But I mean, as a society, what else do we have to do? Because that's been ingrained in us. The American dream has been this.
The version of the American dream.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what has been pushed. You got to get money. You got to get money. Money buys you this lifestyle here. Every time you turn on the TV, you see people, the 1% driving fancy cars, going on exotic vacations and doing this and that.
Because we lived through them. You remember the show Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Mm-hmm. Robin
the Kardashians.
Leach. Yeah.
Anyway, I can't stand those people. I was about to say another word. Anywho, but it's the same thing. We live vicariously through them until we can figure out what we've got to do to get to that status. That's why you can buy a piece of paper for $1 and then sell it as
exactly.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Exactly.
That's a good analogy. It's the truth. It's just you've got to make it look appealing to the masses so people want to buy it.
I don't know. I just love the concept behind cryptocurrency. I like the blockchain technology. I like this understanding of this new future of technology that we're moving in. We're moving so rapidly now that the governments can't keep up because stuff changes so quickly. And it's like, it was nothing but like hackers and computer people just sitting around putting stuff together. What makes you wealthy? Are you asking as individuals or as a society?
It's subjective.
Yeah, I mean, wealth to me, I'm just happy to have a house, a wife that loves me some days, family, food in the refrigerator.
Some days, just some days.
Like as long as I got those things there. I mean, I'm not really a flashy person. I don't really buy shoes and clothes.
Well, you can't find much to fit you.
Yeah, 6'10" problems. But I mean, that in my mind is wealth.
But then, go ahead.
Yeah, just having family and friends around, just enjoying moments, having opportunities just to be able to create memories and do things. To me, I'm wealthy enough in my mind. I don't need $1 million in the bank. I don't need to have Lear jets or Rolls Royces and stuff in the driveway. But I mean, I like the simplistic things. That's cool for me. I mean, other people they might need that luxury to feel like, like you said, it's subjective. It's going to change from person to person.
Mm-hmm. Ditto. I have a husband, I guess, who loves me most days.
Man, you a whole lot every day.
Well, I mean, you said I said most days.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. We'll go that route. But anywho, that was a lot with stock talk. I think it's interesting to see what's going to happen in the next week because obviously it's always changing. But I'm trying to get a little bit more into it. I think once and I've told him before too, once I get a little bit better understanding of the ins and outs of it, I'd like to purchase. I'm like, Majid, is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't want to mess up people's name. People do mine wrong all the time. But anyway, I would rather invest in things that I know.
And
so that'd be Starbucks.
Yeah, and that's what he said. Invest in stuff that you know that you frequent on the regular because, like Starbucks, it's going to be there for a while. You're not just jumping into GameStop because you don't go to GameStop.
And I know nothing about it.
You go to Starbucks often, so if anything, you would still be going to Starbucks.
So we'll see how it goes. We'll jump into it
Yeah, but yeah, I
later
make the
on.
suggestion that anybody that has an interest in stocks, get familiar with it. Find 2 or 3 companies that you have an interest, because at the end of the day, building generational wealth is definitely a goal that people should aspire for. Just leaving something, whether you got kids or you want to leave something behind. Just find ways just to stash some funds to the side, so you could look back, whether 5, 10 years from the line, and be able to see that it's accumulated some value.
Yeah. But so what else do we got? We've got entertainment. So we got a lot of entertainment too. First of all, have to address, so sad. Cicely Tyson passed away this past week, and as did Clorence Leachman. I'm gonna mess her name up. I'm telling you. But anyway, obviously 2 great actresses that we've lost. They were, I think Cicely was 96, and Clorence, I think Cloris. I'm gonna get her name right. I think she was about 93 or 94. So I mean, they're not to say that it makes it any better, but they were up there in age. Obviously, contributed very much to entertainment and had a whole bunch. But it's a loss. 2021 obviously is not going to get any better. Just a Kid from Regina. I've been loving your Just a Kid.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we got that running, and then we got the 2 Up 2 Down Virginia, and then we got these on today. Just a little Valentine's Day Virginia lovers shirts that we have launching on February 1st, I believe.
Which is Monday.
Oh, geez, it's here already.
Told you.
But yeah, man, just something we tried to put out, just to have something for people from Virginia just to be able to wear around. We go other places. I keep seeing these California shirts. People run California. People be wearing the California hats and shirts all the time. I'm like, you're not even from California. Why you got that on? Take it off. But
it's the same thing with somebody, and I saw somebody do like a parody video of it too for Colorado, with their apparel and everything too.
Yeah, I just wanted something that, I mean, for me personally, that I could just wear that symbolize where I'm from, whether it's a Cardinal or it's just the hands or Virginia something.
I think still personally for me, I love our Roanoke design. I think that's our
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love our Roanoke design.
Oh yeah, and then, shout out to Evolve. We're gonna have a couple items over there with them. Hopefully starting next week. Just a Kid from Virginia. They're gonna be stocking that in their store. Oh yeah. You do have that black one also, man. Appreciate you for the support. Definitely.
What else we got?
You were talking about entertainment.
Yep.
We didn't talk about it last week, but All American is in their season 3. If anybody follows them on the CW, it follows the life of California in Compton.
It is
a football player who transitions from his school in Compton to Beverly Hills.
And it's based on a true story, isn't it?
I believe it is, but it has Taye Diggs. I don't know the other actors, but actors and actresses, but it's definitely a good show to watch. They had a strong first 2 episodes with that. Comes on Monday nights on the CW.
So. Which Netflix has got the first 2 seasons. Like I said, it's only in the 3rd season now, so you've got time to catch up. First 2 seasons are on Netflix. It's real easy once you get into it. It's really not one of those that you've got to wait, a couple shows for it to get up and running or whatever. It's pretty good from the get-go. So that's on Monday nights. I got my Riverdale. I love Riverdale. If you grew up reading Archie comics, it's a spin-off. It's kind of like how Sabrina did. It's more of a darker turn. But I loved the Archie comics. I used to collect them, whatever. Yes, the main character
Damien, he threw me off. I saw him on that show, The View or something.
Yep.
And they were like, yeah, he's from the UK or whatever. And
he spoke and everything.
Yeah, he changed it. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
You know these British people be taking over. That's
what they do. Jeez, yeah. They and also Snowfall.
You're just gonna bypass my
fault. We'll get back. But I had to give the shout out because he's talking about British people. Snowfall comes back out next month, February. That the main actor in there that plays Franklin is British as well. And then also what's the show on Netflix that just came out? The British show. Lupin.
That's not British. It's French.
Oh, French, man. It's in the same area. Lupin.
But it's not.
Oh, okay. Whatever. But Lupin is another one on Netflix. I think we touched on it briefly last week. Yep. But yeah, another great show.
Most of these, I mean, if you think about it, a lot of these shows don't really have American stars as their main star. So going back to my Riverdale that you cut me
My
off
fault.
on.
My fault.
I love Riverdale, but the man who plays Archie is actually, I want to say he's Australian. KJ Apa. I think he's Australian. It's not British. I know that. But it is, like I said, it's just like a darker spin on the river of the Archie comics. It still has Betty, Veronica, Jughead, all the main characters, but they're in high school, and then crazy things happen in their town, murders and scandals and everything. I absolutely love it. It's amazing.
The name of the show with Tay Diggs is All American. It comes on the CW channel. It's about high school football, different drama that's involved with that. It's really a family oriented show,
Yeah.
just showing how different worlds can come together and how you can form just these relationships, just from different walks of life. But definitely a lot of family aspects in there. A lot of coming to life, really.
I mean, and it still gives you the ideas of what high school was and how competitive
Mhm.
sports were. And the girl that played Frida Gatz from Empire
Yeah.
is on here too.
Yeah, but great storyline, great character development. You actually can develop a bond with these characters on screen and actually want to see them succeed and actually become part of their lives. So
Mhm.
yeah, definitely
get
check that
vested.
out. Yeah, you definitely get invested with them. What Damien say? What little boy? The little boy from My Wife and Kids, Franklin.
The
This
one that
one.
played Franklin, you remember him, the little girl's boyfriend that would
He's
come
on
over?
All American.
She said he's going to be on the season this season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't seen him
I
since
wonder,
then.
you know what? I wonder if he's the, no spoiler alerts because you'll see, the guy that was giving him a hard time from coming back to Beverly.
Maybe.
That had
I
like the
don't know.
pony, that had the man bun. I bet you anything
Check
it's
it
him.
out. Malcolm X story recent evenly had a British actor. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. You can't. I don't know if Malcolm would have liked that. But what else is out in entertainment?
WandaVision.
Ooh,
Disney.
I don't know.
You did a good job.
I don't know if y'all been following WandaVision on.
Oh, again.
Hold on, technical
Is the dog
difficulty.
over there again? No, it's just this thing now. Sorry.
Lift the camera up. We're back.
Is it good?
Yeah. But yeah, WandaVision on Disney Plus. The writers did a good job with this one. If y'all haven't been watching WandaVision, the first couple episodes give you like that real Bewitched TV series. Yeah, we're all the way live here. There's straight bloopers right from the live. But yeah, WandaVision, as any Marvel fan knows, takes place after the blip.
Yep.
And as we know what happened with Vision and Wanda.
Look, I'm telling y'all right now, if we can't spoil too much, but if Endgame has been out for what, 2 years now? That was just looks horrible.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it by now, then this just falls on you. So you do need to watch it. It's on Disney Plus, and then it is on the Fire Stick, I'm sure too.
Well, what is it? We 3 or 4 episodes in. The last episode, they definitely did a good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely makes you think on a couple of things. So hats off to them. I've had a couple people like, "Nah, I just can't get into it." But after this last episode, yeah, it really wraps everything up and brings it all home. And I think y'all will be impressed with it.
I like it. I think it's good. I always liked Wanda in the first place. I thought she was pretty decent, and I saw a promo for, I think it's the fourth episode coming out, and just the thumbnail showed is it Silver Surfer? Is that was her? No.
Her brother was Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. I'm getting DC and them confused.
Yeah, Quicksilver was her brother. Her father was Magneto.
Right. How many episodes? I think right now it's in 3. So yesterday was what? Yesterday was Friday.
The 3rd or 4th. Yeah.
So I think they come out every Friday. So Disney's not doing it like just one release of all seasons. They're doing it like an actual TV show. You get a new episode every week.
Which is worth it because I would have hated. I mean, I would have liked it, but
well, we would have binge watched it in about 2 days.
having that suspense factor where you gotta watch every week is pretty good for them.
And then they've also got one, and I don't know if this is going to be. I think this is going to be a TV series. I've got to look into it some more. I didn't watch the promo, but they're doing another spinoff of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
So that should be good. I like Bucky. We'll see what happens with that. I'd need to go back and watch the promo on it to see what exactly it is that they're talking about. But Disney's going to run this Marvel game.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's going to get them a lot of money. The Marvel DC universe, they're obviously we know for it's usually you're one or the other. Very rarely are you both. But if Disney's going to run up this Marvel, and most of these, I think, most of these new Marvel movies that were supposed to come out last year are going to air on Disney Plus. I don't know if it's going to be like how it was with Mulan, where you're going to have to pay so much for it before it's free on Disney Plus, or if they're just going to run it. But I think the next one to come out is Black Widow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Which
That was
they've
supposed to
already
come
pushed
out
back twice.
that's supposed to come out last year, but that's definitely going to be a good one.
That one, yeah, it's going to be really good. So we've got that one coming out. We've got there should be a new Ant-Man. What else? There's a couple more things. Morbius.
Yeah.
Morbius is going to
with
be
Jared
good with
Leto.
Jared Leto.
Also with Jared Leto, that new Denzel movie with Jared Leto and him came out yesterday.
And,
we got to check out.
What's his name?
The Little Things.
Malik.
Yeah. The guy that played Frankie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, so we're going to check that out later tonight.
Oh, no. The only stuff on the whiteboard, it just talks about the different topics that were on there. Stock Talk, the Jason Collier story, and entertainment. Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything.
I love binge watching. I feel like weekly is best if you want to discuss with the masses. Exactly. And then people are getting on here. They made Facebook groups and boards and whatever for everything. But it's just like, just like news segments. It's just like the entertainment news. So
I'm 2 episodes into that new Walker, and I'm not feeling it. I made the mistake and went back and started watching old Walker episodes. Like, some characters are just hard to follow in their footsteps. Like,
well, we watched it mainly because it had Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not the same.
Not good?
No.
It was just slow and just, maybe I got to get to like the next couple episodes after they run it. But
the only thing I'm really interested in more of right now is seeing what happened with his wife. What happened, why she's not there, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And they did, and that's, you know how the CW does. They're very good about bringing other actors from previous shows into their new shows. So you've got, again, Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. They bought about 2 other actors from Supernatural. So, and I want to say it may be the same producer though.
Oh, probably.
So, because he's kind of like Dick Wolf that does all those SVU and Law and Order and whatnot. I think what's his name? Kripke, I think is his name. He does a lot of the shows on CW. So, we'll see. We'll give it a couple more times and see how it goes. This Is Us should be coming back this week, I believe. So it should be coming back on Tuesday. Why they took a hiatus after like 2 weeks?
I think they all did. They took one. I don't know if y'all been watching Your Honor with Bryan Cranston.
I'm gonna get caught up.
That's gonna left real quick.
I gotta get caught up.
Even from the first episode to where we're at now, it's just like there's a lot of drama, a lot of unnecessary drama. Check it out. Y'all see what I'm talking about on there, because a lot of stuff you just be like, why is this happening?
Now, I didn't get into Breaking Bad. We've tried watching it. You've seen it before.
No, I've seen it twice.
Well, see, I tried getting back into it, and then I never could get into it. But I do like Bryan Cranston. I think he's a very good actor.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, we've already gone to the store about 2 or 3 times for this weather.
We're prepared.
I don't know where y'all watching from. Some people are here in Virginia. Some people are not. Every time they make a weather alert for Virginia, we don't see anything. We see a light dusting and it's gone.
They're saying about 4 to 10 inches.
They said that last time we didn't see anything.
It just wasn't on the ground. There was still probably 3 inches.
I want some snow. I want like 95 blizzard weather.
We're not getting 95 blizzard weather. That was like a once in a lifetime thing.
Any good comedies?
The Neighborhood.
Yeah, The Neighborhood that comes out with Cedric the Entertainer.
I don't know the other people.
Nisha Arnold from Martin. Oh. I don't know the other actors on there, but yeah, it's a pretty good show. Comes on what is it? Mondays on what channel? See, we don't have.
I want to say ABC.
Yeah, we don't know channels because we use the Fire Stick and Cinema app, so we just plug in and watch. But yeah, that's pretty good just for comedy. They said that I still gotta watch that Chris Rock special that he just put out. He did a remix. We still have green grass in Charlotte. Yeah, they calling for snow for y'all because I feel like they do this just to hype up milk, eggs, and bread at the store. Because every time, like, oh yeah, snow's coming. Everybody runs out to the store. That's like always the 3 ingredients. Oh, we got to get milk,
But
eggs,
you
and
can't
bread.
really make a full meal with that unless it would be like
French toast.
You still have to add other ingredients though to it for it to be an actual meal. That's the thing. And
But I think it's been proven you can survive just off milk, eggs, and bread.
Who proved it?
Get snowed in for a week and watch what happens.
I'm not gonna eat only milk, bread, and eggs.
Oh,
That
you tripping?
sounds
I'll eat
disgusting.
French toast all
All
day.
right, if we get snowed in, that's all you eat.
No,
That's all I'm fixing you. That's it.
snowed in. I can get out. Ready to put that 4-wheel drive to work.
We've had this Jeep for a good year now, going on a year and a half, and we couldn't.
Nah, they better. That snow better hit.
Yeah, the other actor is
50.
the girl from Two Broke Girls. I remember her. And that's the thing too, is they're calling for Thursday and Friday is going to be like up in the 50s. So regardless, this thing's going to be gone by the weekend. It doesn't matter. But what else? The only other thing you had was the Super Bowl.
And you got to do your worst Marvel and DC movies. But
yeah. We might have to say that.
why milk though? I don't know. I don't even drink milk.
I do.
And
I
it's
like
weird
milk.
because we had this conversation before about when we were kids. We're like, "Oh, drink your milk for good bones," and it's like, no,
Because it's for the vitamin D. It's the vitamin D in milk is supposed to make you strong and healthy.
we're
blah, blah,
not
blah,
supposed
whatever.
to. We should not be drinking cow milk. Would you drink pig milk?
They don't produce milk for us to drink.
Who don't produce milk?
I said for us to drink.
But would you drink pig milk?
No, probably not.
Exactly. So
If
why
they
do we drink?
pushed it like it's the same thing. Hey, look, it goes right back to the same thing that we give value to. It's a full circle. People told us that milk was good for us. They ran campaigns for us. You got milk. You got to do this, that, and the other. It goes good with an Oreo cookie. We were told that we had to drink milk.
I got caught in this conversation before with someone that we were talking, and it was like, it made a lot of sense. It was like, baby calves drink milk because they need that in order for them to become cows. You don't see cows over here drinking cow's milk. They eat grass, drink water, and whatever else. Oats, whatever. I don't know what cows eat. I just see them grazing on grass. But as people, why do we just drink milk?
Because it's good. Exactly. Your aunt said milk is the bomb. It is.
Man,
There's nothing better.
Don't
than,
believe the hype, see?
No, there's nothing better than a cold glass of milk. I'm telling you.
Man, y'all keep drinking that stuff. I'm cool.
And I see now you have to take vitamin D supplements. Guess who don't? Because I drink my milk.
No, that has nothing to do with anything.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And it's also been proven that there's not enough vitamin D in milk to suffice the amount that you need.
They actually say that you would have to stay out in the sun for 20 minutes a day at least to get the vitamin D sufficient, whatever that you need to be, I guess, fine. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm cool on that. But
You drink it in hot chocolate?
that's a small amount. We ain't get on that. I ate bacon too. I'm trying to stop.
No, you don't. The only time you say that is when you're eating it.
Yeah, to the Super Bowl. I don't watch any sports.
You really don't.
This is the big Super Bowl that we didn't think was going to happen this year because of COVID. How are they even doing it? Because you can't have people in the stands.
I mean, the same thing I think that they've been doing. I think they're only allowing like a certain amount of people in the stands, like what they've been doing with the games. They're not having the full-fledged, obviously, massive stadium full of people, but they are having just a few people there, I guess. So I would assume, with that being said, that tickets are going to be even higher than what they normally are. Which, where did I read somewhere? Who was giving them out? Oh, hello. It was the NFL is giving out Super Bowl tickets to so many frontline workers, like doctors and nurses and stuff, obviously for everything they've done through the pandemic. They're giving them free Super Bowl tickets.
Yeah, definitely going to be spaced out accordingly. Yeah. Them tickets going to be sky high this year.
And then the weekend is doing the halftime show.
Cool.
And there's rumors, I don't know, and this is where that whole thing came from with Chris Brown. There's rumors that he might show up with him.
Chris Brown is the best R&B artist that we have out right now.
Right now, yes, I would say. I tried to think of something else.
This era right now. Who else has put out consistent music since he's came out?
And that's what I've tried to think about, because I'm not a huge Chris Brown fan with his whole situation, but you can't deny the man makes good music.
Which situation?
He beat Rihanna.
Oh.
Whatever. It was bad. But he does make good music, and I was gonna put Drake in there, but I don't think he's consistent enough with R&B to be considered.
Ever since he made Tootsie Slide, he's off my list. I'll never forgive him.
You gotta make filler.
I'll never forgive him.
Just like people make filler movies.
Nah. But if you're considered, Michael Jackson never put out no Tootsie Slide.
Because Michael Jackson was the GOAT. You can't
You
compare
never
those two.
Prince never put out no Tootsie
You can't
Slide.
compare. You cannot compare them to what we've got now.
Jay-Z didn't put out no Tootsie Slide.
Don't start with me with Jay-Z. I'm not the biggest fan of him either. He could, you know, y'all can have Jay-Z.
Yeah, 80s and 90s music always. It's timeless. Stuff nowadays come out, I forget it by tomorrow. Don't forget them 80s and 90s.
How can you? Because people are recreating their sound to sound like people from the 80s and 90s.
True, true.
They're not original. I'm sorry. It's just biting off what was successful back then and putting a little bit of a different twist on it and calling it new.
Yeah, give you that.
The Weeknd does that, and they're trying to call him this year's Michael or this decade's Michael Jackson.
He's the closest thing to Michael.
I guess.
But yeah, back to Super Bowl. I digressed.
It still had to do with it.
The big thing with the Super Bowl this year. Well, obviously, Kansas City is going back to the Super Bowl. They won it last year.
They won it last year.
The great city of Kansas City.
The great state.
The great state of Kansas City.
Yeah.
That was the running joke from last year. But also, Tom Brady left. Was he with the Patriots last year?
I think so.
He left there, went to a new team, and still took him to the Super Bowl.
I feel like y'all need to investigate that because I don't know if he's that good of a player to take him there. And don't get mad at me. I don't watch football.
I ain't got no stake in it.
I mean, I'm just saying, people die hard. How could you say that about Tom Brady? Blah, 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 blah. I don't give a crap. I don't know that man. But, I mean, but the team that he was on was investigated for deflating the balls. So, hello, it's not that far of a stretch.
Let's see. Aji would have put out some weak stuff like Tootsie Slide, I bet. He ain't even here to defend himself, but I agree to that. You're absolutely
y'all are
right.
Mean.
He would.
Is Shauna agreeing with him?
They know.
Dang.
But it's still a great time in our society, just to be able to watch these games. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I doubt I'll watch it this year, but.
We really ever watch.
The commercials haven't even been good the last couple of years.
And and that's the thing. You know what? I'm glad you said that. A lot of these companies too are saying they're not going to put the money that they normally put towards the commercials this year. They're going to put it towards like COVID vaccines and stuff like that. Research for all this COVID-19 situations and things like that. So I think Pepsi was one of them. One of the beer companies that may have been Budweiser. I don't remember. A couple of these bigger companies that do obviously larger commercials for the Super Bowl are not using that money for that.
Did you say Tom Bradley?
I think it was that type of thing.
Brady. Tom Brady.
I'm not into football, yeah.
But it's something to watch. I mean, it brings people together and watch it. So yeah, I mean, it'll be cool. It'll be cool.
We'll see. We only go for food for different places.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's it. Do you want to do the DC Marvel maybe now, or you want to hold off on it?
No, we can do that.
Okay.
What you got on your list?
All right. So, wonder how much money Super Bowl. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Man, how much money did March Madness lose was the big question. They still having the Super Bowl. March Madness, they were just like, what was it, like the week of?
Yeah.
Nah, they were like, we can't do this.
Well, I mean, everything happened in March, so like everything was starting to come to a point that's like, all right, look, this thing is actually worse than they thought it was. We can't do anything. So.
Could you imagine if March Madness would have still occurred?
Oh, it would have been.
How rapid it would have been spreading? Like,
You got to think, this thing actually was around probably November of last year. It just started to get bad in January, and then February and March is when we really started seeing things that were like, oh my God, okay, hey, we got to start closing stuff down.
Yeah, that was definitely March Madness for real. March Sadness is what I was calling it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this DC Marvel worst movies. I don't know. I was scrolling on Facebook. You know how you get in the scroll, you just see things that I thought was interesting. So these are the worst movies that I don't know who they polled or whatever, but whoever made this survey thinks of the last decade. So let's start with Marvel, and I haven't seen all these.
I've seen all these, and the number one worst movie on there. You gonna start from the?
Well, see, I don't know if
you gonna start from 9 or 1 because.
We'll start from 9. We can do a count.
Number 9, Dark Phoenix.
Wait, I'm missing one because it's supposed to be 10.
Oh well, 9 was Dark Phoenix. That was.
I didn't think it was that bad.
They haven't had a good X-Men movie out in years. What was your 10?
Dark Phoenix was 10. Oh, okay. I missed it. So this is number 8.
Okay.
Whatever.
They made a Ghost Rider 2?
Yeah, that was number 8. I like Ghost Rider.
So it goes
like
Ghost
Nicolas
Rider
Cage.
2, Dark Phoenix 9, 8 Fantastic 4. That was horrible. X-Men Origins. That I like that one. That was the one with Wolverine. Um,
Punisher Warzone.
Punisher Warzone was awful.
Ghost Rider 1.
The original Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. That was a good movie. I like that one. Elektra with what's her name? Jennifer Gardner.
Right?
Yeah, that was Blade Trinity with Wesley Snipes. Who's married to Justin Timberlake? Jessica Alba?
No. Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds, that one. I like that one. That wasn't that bad. And then Daredevil was number 2. Number 1, The Incredible Hulk.
The 2003.
The original. That was trash. That was the one with Edward Norton.
I think so. Was that Edward Norton?
Yeah, it would have been.
Okay.
That was trash.
That
was horrible.
Out of all of these, one, like I said, I don't think Ghost Rider was that bad. I like Nicolas Cage.
You know what movie they left off? They left off Thor.
The second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one. I didn't even get through that whole one.
But did they not put that on this list?
No.
They definitely should have put that on this list.
That's what I'm saying. And then I figured one that you would have added too. What would your other guess be?
I don't know.
Captain Marvel.
I mean,
you didn't like
these
Captain
are pretty
Marvel.
bad. These on this list right here are pretty bad.
You kept going on about that once we saw it.
What just awful movies have y'all seen from Marvel that you're just like, this is trash? You might have gotten up, walked out the theater, or just not even dealt with.
Now I think I speak for both of us. We're more Marvel fans than we are DC fans, so I think we've probably seen a little bit more of those. Well, I don't know. You're a huge movie buff, so maybe
yeah, I watch a lot of movies.
I've seen more Marvel than I've seen DC, but I'm trying to think of any other ones that I didn't think that was great. We'll have to make our own list of the best ones for next week. Okay. But so that's Marvel. Let us know what you think as far as if you've got more that need to be added to this list. Like I said, I don't know who they polled. Excuse me, with all of this, but I thought it was interesting. So DC, going back, number 10 was Wonder Woman 1984. So
jeez, it just came out yesterday.
Right. I didn't think it was that bad. I think if you didn't see the first one, you're not going to know what's going on. So you need to actually watch the first one before you even try to get into this one. I thought it was decent. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was decent. I'm surprised they put Joker from 2019 on there.
I really wouldn't consider.
I don't think
it was
bad.
a DC movie.
It was a DC movie, but I don't think it was bad. I think out of all of the Joker movies they've done, that one's been the best. What? Hold on, pause. Dark Knight was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
But that wasn't
himself with that.
That was Dark Knight with the Joker. It wasn't a standalone.
Okay, well then, all right.
Because, yeah, we'll get there.
Justice League from 2017.
That was trash.
It wasn't trash.
Hot gob.
Hot gob.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trash. Flaming trash.
Suicide Squad.
That's the one I'm talking about with Jared Leto.
Yeah,
that
he was
awful.
Not a good.
That was not a good one.
And he did not take that win that Joaquin Phoenix won one of those big movie awards for his role as the Joker, and Jared Leto was pissed. He was not happy. I'm like, what? He did a horrible job. And from the trailers, I remember the trailers for Suicide Squad. They made it seem like you were going to get a lot more dialogue with the Joker and Harley Quinn. Basically, what they showed in the trailer was it. Like, that was it. So, Green Lantern. Whew.
But no, let's talk about this because Ryan Reynolds played Green Lantern.
Yes.
He's played in Blade Trinity.
I didn't see the Blade Trinity.
And then he's also now Deadpool.
He's redeemed himself with Deadpool.
But he's played 3 different roles in 3 different superhero movies.
Is Deadpool Marvel or DC?
Deadpool's Marvel.
Okay, that's what I thought. But he's done better as Deadpool. Because, well, if you think about it, too, think about Ryan Reynolds and his acting and how he is. He's always a Joker.
Hold on, he played Pikachu.
He did play Pikachu. But that's what I'm saying. His role and his acting, go back and look at any of his movies. He plays the same way in all of them. That's just his personality. He's more of a jokester than he is something. Like, I don't think Green Lantern was as jokey and whatever as he is. Deadpool was perfect for him. That's his personality. Jonah Hex.
That was trash.
I don't know what that is.
Josh Brolin, that plays Thanos, played Jonah Hex. Which I'm seeing now. They take a lot of the same actors and just swap them around for different
Maybe
movie
these actors
roles.
decided to go to the better side and go to Marvel. I'm going with that. Watchmen.
That was good. I like Watchmen.
I know you've talked about it, but I
Yeah.
can't think of it. I feel like
Watchmen was
okay.
more of a darker DC movie.
I'll have to watch it. Superman Returns. I'm not a fan of the Superman. Superman versus Batman was the biggest waste of time. For sit there for 2 hours. Again, if you guys haven't seen this movie by now, this is on you. So, for sitting there for 2 hours for the whole thing to be resolved because both of your moms have the same first name.
I don't know. Don't say that because Damien's a big Batman fan.
Well, he can get over it too. I'm just.
We had this conversation before. I was talking about Batman versus Iron Man.
I'm not saying that Batman himself is horrible. I said that movie, Superman versus Batman, was absolute trash, and I was mad that I sat there for 2 hours for that whole resolution to end like that. Constantine.
That's the one with Keanu Reeves.
Isn't that supposed to be Superman is a bum? Hey, Cam.
Cam, what's up with you, man?
He said Superman is a bum.
Yeah.
He is. I'm not a fan. He's not my Superman. That's you.
I'm not a Superman fan.
I said that you were.
Wakanda forever.
I was trying to make a nice, loving gesture that you were my Superman.
Oh.
But you killed it. So, wasn't Constantine? Isn't that supposed to be something? Angels and demons. Wasn't that something?
Yeah. He was brought back from the dead, but he's able to communicate with both sides.
I gotta go back and watch.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, it ain't a bad movie, but I would put it on this list.
Dang. And then number 1 was Catwoman 2004. Was that Anne Hathaway or Halle
Nah,
Berry?
Catwoman was Halle Berry.
Anne Hathaway was Catwoman too.
But she was in the Batman movie.
Okay. All right. See, that's what I was asking.
No, that Catwoman. But then Halle Berry, like we said, went on to play Storm in X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Are they making another Black Panther? Yeah, I still think they're trying to get the script figured out and how they're going to do it without being disrespectful to Chadwick. But like we said, at the same time, I mean, it'd be disrespectful not to do another Black Panther movie.
I think the last thing that I've seen as far as an update with that is I think Zuri, whatever her name was. I don't think she's going to end up being the new Black Panther, but I think she's going to end up running things.
But then they said something about Killmonger coming back. I don't know.
Yeah, Killmonger.
I don't know what Disney does. Disney does whatever they want. They'll go and write a whole new script and just make up some stuff that don't make no sense, and we just got to deal with it. What Catwoman sucked with Halle Berry. I mean, because it wasn't necessarily like a superhero movie. I think in the beginning, I think DC got stuck into this thing of, oh yeah, let's just put movies out with superhero names on them or superhero-esque.
They do a lot more love story-ish.
That wasn't even a love story.
I didn't see. I'm not talking about theirs.
Oh.
But you know what's not on this list is Aquaman, and that's a good movie.
That movie was trash.
No,
too.
it was not. That was a good movie, and they're coming out with a second one.
They can keep that shelved just like everything else.
I liked it, but I think we've talked a lot today. That's about all I had. Anything else you got?
No, I don't think I'm just getting ready for this winter weather. Just got an alert that it's supposed to be snowing outside right now. I guess.
Oh, right now? I thought it wasn't supposed to start until like midnight.
I don't know. I think they got started a little early, but I'm gonna check out there and see what's going on. We know you liked Aquaman.
It's because Aquaman was good for many reasons. Just saying.
But yeah, let us know what movies y'all liked from DC or Marvel. Which ones you just hate and can't stand. Aquaman and
If we think about it, we'll try to come up with our version of our top 10 lists and whatnot for Marvel at the very least. Maybe not DC. But I think that's all I've got for today.
If y'all are going out doing any traveling, see any snow, y'all be safe on the roads. Don't be out here trying to ice skate in your cars.
It's not a good idea. Unless you were insured, which even still.
Nah.
I'm just saying. If you're going to be, again.
Because the way they hyping it, it's supposed to be like this big winter Arctic blast. Like, I love the terms that they use for marketing purposes with the weather. I've gotten like 25 weather alerts. Like it went from a winter weather warning to a winter weather watch.
Other way around.
Winter weather watch, winter weather warning, winter weather alert.
Now just a blizzard.
So yeah, I better go to sleep at night, wake up, and it better be like 25 feet of snow on the ground.
I think it's going to be 25 feet of snow.
Better be 2 feet of snow on the ground.
Oh, she had to cancel her Aruba trip.
Why? Already?
Dang.
Because of COVID? Or what's going on? I know you were hyped for that one. You've been talking about that for at least a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta see, because we're supposed to be making this Sweden trip. Hopefully.
At the end of the year or sometime towards the end of the year. We worked on getting the passports done and whatever. So if anything, we've got it ready. Just whether or not COVID's going to let us do anything is a different story.
Ugh.
Which we just saw. Something just came through earlier which we kind of knew and figured anyway, that if you're on a plane or any kind of transportation like that, you have to wear your mask. Which is, we figured anyway.
But as I said before, it doesn't make sense. I mean, all right, I understand. Y'all want to give the illusion that you're being safe. But you're still in confined quarters.
Yeah.
And you're all breathing the same air. And it's on your clothes. It's in the cabin. It's everywhere. If somebody's on there with it, it's going to spread around. So the mask is only going to just, I guess, I don't know. I'm not a CDC
might be a psychological thing.
I'm not a CDC expert.
We're not, but who knows? But anywho, if you have to go out there, I'd say go out and get your stuff now for whatever this blizzard is going to be, because more than likely won't be anything.
Don't say blizzard.
Why?
Can't say blizzard.
Why can't I say blizzard?
Because it's not a blizzard.
You don't know yet.
It would have said winter weather blizzard. It just said winter weather.
If they're talking about 4 to 6 inches in my book,
4 to 6 inches ain't a blizzard.
I know, but in my book it is, because I'm not a huge snow fan.
Oh, well, we'll see what goes on.
It's too cold for me. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in with us. We appreciate you contributing to the conversation time. We look forward to seeing you probably next week. Oh, hold on, pause. We need to go back into this for a little bit. So like you said, we just put these out. These are going to be going out for February. Obviously, Valentine's Day is coming up. That's why we are playing on the heart. And yes, Virginia is for lovers. That's what our slogan is for Virginia. Also, fellas, ladies, whatever, Valentine's Day, again, is coming up. Don't give us chocolates. Don't give us candy or flowers that are going to die in 10 days. Go on to Pure Romance. Find something that's going to be worth for both of you.
You want something from your Pure Romance site?
Well, I sell it.
You don't want candy and chocolates?
I mean...
Y'all heard her say it.
I'll take candy, but I kill flowers, so whatever. But... go on the Pure Romance site, find you something nice that's going to be worthwhile for both of you guys. That's going to last longer than just Valentine's Day. So, anyway, we're trying to help you out. Might not be able to go anywhere, but you can have fun at home. Nice little home-cooked dinner. Thank you. So these should be dropping on Monday?
Yeah.
For sure?
They might even be online now.
Okay.
I just haven't been pushing them yet because I was trying to play off the Valentine's Day and hearts and love and Virginia's for lovers.
Exactly. And I mean, I know things have been kind of crazy. You can't really get together with people how you want to or whatever, and I do see a lot of engagements and stuff on my timeline. So first, congratulations. Second, if you need something fun to do with your bridesmaids or bachelorette party stuff, let me know. Message me, call me, whatever.
You doing virtual parties?
I can do a virtual party through Zoom, however you want to do it. Let me know. We can get this set up. It's fun for everybody. So,
I'm about to start a guys line.
They have guys stuff.
Nah, I'm gonna start a guys line.
Called what?
I'll figure it out when I get there. Cause I mean, y'all women always getting together, having these little Pure Romance parties and drinking tea and wine and having charcuterie boards and look fun. We need something for guys to do.
For what? Y'all can't organize nothing. You just sit there like, what y'all want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Probably nothing.
It just sounded cool. I'll figure something out.
That's why they have cigar clubs. Most people join.
I don't smoke cigars like that.
I'm just saying that's what y'all get. So whatever. Anyway,
we'll get this figured out.
We'll get some ideas and get back with you.
Get this figured. Is Cam and Damien still on here? I'm gonna talk to them. We're gonna figure out something.
Damien's probably asleep by now, but y'all get something going. We'll figure it out. I'll help you. I'll make you a charcuterie board for
thank
your
you.
little thing.
That's all I want. Oh, why's it gotta be little? Why's it gotta be a little thing?
Because it's gonna be like 3 of y'all. That's why it's probably little. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Be safe out there.
Yeah, there it is. We're gonna call it the kickback. We're gonna have some wings and other manly stuff.
Charcuterie board's not manly.
Yeah, charcuterie board's manly. We have manly things on the charcuterie board.
Like sausage and hard cheeses.
Yeah, hard cheese.
I'm so tired.
None of that brie cheese. We have hard cheese.
Ain't no softness over here. That's gonna be the tagline on it. We can make a killing off this. Who doesn't like assorted meats and cheeses?
Yeah.
Man.
Smoked meats. Yeah, we out
got
here.
The meats.
No we out here. Yeah. I'm gonna piece it together.
We'll get back with you. Maybe have one for next week.
Hot wings, barbecue sliders. Yeah, all that.
That's a whole meal.
Yeah.
Charcuterie board is supposed to be a
Nah,
little appetizer.
be having the big turkey legs that you get from the fair. Yeah.
Y'all, hey, look, this thing got real expensive real quick. IPAs, like no ciders, no, y'all. Yeah.
We drinking dark liquor,
Oh.
no chaser. Henny, straight up Henny.
This is why you can't have nice things. We just like to be dainty and have fun. So you can't even have a party with that. That's all you get. That is your party.
Straight steel reserves and Colt 44s. Yeah, we out here.
That sounds so ratchet. It's so bad. None of this is fun. I don't know who's gonna join this.
Okay, I went too far.
You went too far. Always with it. But anyways, you guys have a great night. Be safe out there. We will talk to you next week.
Peace.